Welcome back to the SportsMax Zone. The 49th CARIFTA Games, set to be held in Kingston, Jamaica, begins in 3 days. As we continue our build-up to the Caribbean's showpiece athletics event, we take a look at Jamaica's Javon Blake. Blake is heavily favored to take gold in the men's 800 meters under 20.
Goals are what my coach's goals for me are. He really basically just tells us where we are at a point in the season and what time we can achieve and for when we can achieve it. In terms of, he knows what we're doing. He's the one who sets most of that. He knows when we're heavy, when we're sharp, what time we can produce under this instance. And so whenever he tells us a time to catch, or he says that this is the goal for today, that's what we try to get. I'm sure he's going to try to help me produce a really great time at the games. But I'm going to wait to see what he says, because he can be crazy sometimes.
145 crazy?
Yes, 140. He can go that crazy. So I am willing to work with him and try to do it as best as possible, because it's highly and purely just me. So he sees it and he's only telling it to me, and my job is to trust him and try to achieve it. I have very high ambitions for myself, that is. Whatever I do, I try to do my very best in it. And so pain is a part of the process, and I understand that fully, and that's what I sign up for, to improve and to be the best of what I can be. I think it's just like making my mind up for it, and that's one of the things we had to come this year with. You know what, we're going to feel pain, but it is necessary, and it only lasts for like 20-30 minutes after. And if you are doing well at it and you're achieving as much, then you don't even feel the pain at the end of the race or at the end of training. You're glad that you put in that amount of work. And we felt that in some instances last year, and we're just working towards it. We understand that fully.
Well, you can download the SportsMax app for the coverage of the 49th CARIFTA Games. And Javon Blake, he recently equaled the Issa Boy Class 1 800 meters record at the annual championships held at the National Stadium. The Jamaica College standout won the boys Class 1 800 meters in 1 minute 48.58 seconds to equal the record established by Edwin Allen's Siobhan Hall last year. So Lance, very impressive stuff from Javon, well-spoken.
Yes.
And of course, you know, he's on a mission to break some records.
Yeah, looks to have a good head on his body and very, very focused and confident. The 800 is not an event that Jamaicans typically flourish in. And 800 school records tend to last a very, very long time. So to see it equaled twice in 2 successive boys and girls champs is saying a lot for him. And he'll have his hopes pretty high for the CARIFTA Games as well.
Yeah, well, speaking of the CARIFTA Games, CARIFTA tickets are on sale and you can purchase them online or at the National Stadium. Government of Jamaica has allowed the organizer to welcome a maximum of 75% of the National Stadium capacity. Joining us now on Zoom to talk about the logistics and security system in place for the game, the Secretary of Jamaica Athletics Administrative Association, Marie Tavares. Welcome, Marie.
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing well. How are preparations coming along for the big event?
Wow, it's coming along. We had our teething pains, of course. Yesterday was a hectic day, but things have started shaping up. Today it's much better, and I know tomorrow we should be where we want to be.
What does it mean for Jamaica, you know, to be hosting such a big event? You know, just Jamaica as the destination.
Well, I think it is
It definitely has to be a really big deal for Jamaica, because when you think about it, so many different Caribbean countries, you know, coming to Jamaica, tourism on the boost and
yes,
everything.
It certainly is. It certainly is. This game in particular, we have over 500 people coming in, athletes and officials, and we have lots of ministers and presidents from 25 federations coming in. So you have people buying tickets from overseas. We have a lot of Bahamians coming in. Charters are coming in. The hotels are full.
Yeah.
So it's looking good for us.
Yeah. Marie, of course, it's a return of the CARIFTA Games. Because of COVID-19, there were no games in 2020, no games in 2021 either. Has this added more excitement for the competitors? Because some of the athletes who were in their final years in 2020 would have missed out on the opportunity, but the under-17s, now under-20s and so on, having an opportunity to compete at a meet that is an annual event. So to not have it for 2 consecutive years would have been disappointing for them. Do you get the sense from the competitors that they're really, really thrilled to have this meet back?
And I think everybody is hungry. And after coming off of champs, after champs, I think everybody is raring to go at the Jamaicans,
Well,
so
the fact
it's going to be, I expect it to be very exciting and highly competitive.
Yeah, the fact is that there are some of the athletes competing for other countries who actually competed at champs last week, including Alves, the Grenadian thrower, who was the champion girl at the entire meet. So she'll be pretty comfortable competing in a CARIFTA format, having done so well at champs.
Yes, exactly.
Can I ask you something else, though? Because we hear of the allocation of, or the limit of 75% capacity for the stadium. But what does that mean in real terms? What is the capacity of the stadium? Because I've heard varying numbers being thrown about whether the stadium's capacity is 28,000 or 30,000 or 35,000. So 75% of the national stadium capacity represents, Marie, what?
Approximately 17,000.
17,000.
Maybe about 3,500 in the grandstand.
Yes.
And 16 or 17, 16,000 in the bleachers.
Mm-hmm. All right, well, Marie, as I said, Jamaica is considered the hub of track and field for the Caribbean, and we expect starting Saturday, 9 o'clock in the morning, straight through to Monday, a lot of excitement at the CARIFTA Games at the National Stadium in Kingston. Of course, it will all be live on SportsMax, delivering through to the rest of the Caribbean. We'll be in touch, and we wish you, as one of the chief administrators, a good meet and a successful meet for all.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, Marie Tavares there of the J3As, and a lot of athletes getting excited about the CARIFTA Games returning. First time since 2019, Mariah, because of the COVID-19 pandemic.
I saw you got your gear today. You're ready.
Yes, for broadcasting.
To be suited now.
Yes, we go to break. Still a lot more to come on the SportsMax Zone.
Stay with SportsMax on YouTube and follow us on all social pages for updates, news and entertainment.